Project Ponderer here. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, around 50 degrees. We're going to be doing a quick test on the Renogy 200 watt portable solar panels. I got the Delta 2 behind it that is at 0%. It's November, so we're not going to have a lot of sun in November, but we should be able to get it to 50-60%, I'm guessing. We'll see. Now, we're looking at about 9 pounds right here, 9.5 pounds, correct, and 23 inches wide and about 24 inches tall. Now, before we open it up, got this little case here. Now, I've already got my adapter that goes from the solar charger to XT60i. Make sure it's the I, has a little bitty piece of metal in there, and that lets it know that it should allow more current coming in versus one that's coming from like your cigarette lighter from your car, so it doesn't burn your wiring up from your cigarette lighter. That does come with a solar connector connected. I'll bring you a little bit closer here in a minute and show you the box, but we have a Type C and a USB A. We're going to be testing how fast they're charging, and I don't have my little USB charger or my USB tester. For some reason it's hidden itself and I can't find it, so I'll be using my phone, and then the EcoFlow will tell us what's coming in. I will have affiliated links on some of the stuff, like say this cord, this adapter here from solar connector to XT60i. So let's get to it. Alright, as you can see before I fold it out, we have these little stands here, and I thought it was more of a gimmick, but maybe you can see here it's got the elastic a little bit, and it's got a place for the stakes to stake it out. And you have grommets on all four corners for your carabiners or tie it down or whatever you like. It is connected by magnets right here, so it holds it together. Now we're going to turn it up. First, to open it up, you think that's it. You're like, no, wait, there's more. It has Velcro holding these two on the back side. Then you set it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and set it up. I didn't bring stakes. It wouldn't help none since I'm on concrete. But I have tried the little stands, and it will stand up by itself in the grass. You can stick it down. I was kind of surprised. Most of the ones I've tested, they're so flimsy they'll still fall over. But let's get this out, get everything adjusted, and we'll start seeing what's bringing in. We got it roughly pointed there. I got the stands out. They help keep everything nice and straight. It's a little bit up in the front. What we're going to do first, and I guess in my videos I just go through the questions that I had, and then that's the ones I try to answer. If we turn this up, make it a little bit easier to see. You have your solar connector. Then we have our Type C and our USB A's. We're going to be testing those, see how fast they'll charge a phone, and then we'll be charging the Delta 2 from 0 all the way up. That's super fast charging. Now when I try the Type C, which my Type C is rated at 100 watts. If I can find it. Fast charging. It showed super fast charging, but when I tried the USB-A straight to my phone, I got nothing. And when I take it straight to the Delta 2, which it is at 0%, I'm getting nothing. So I'm going to charge it a little bit from the solar connectors and then come back and try it again. Sometimes, I know I've got one port on the Delta 2 that if it doesn't recognize any power, like a battery bank has to have a little bit of power in it, and then it starts. So that might be it. But we're going to start solar charging, getting times on that, and then I'll come back and visit that again. Now this is really easy to do. Your connectors, not only do they have your solar connectors, not only do they have a positive and a negative, but they're male and female. You're not going to be able to put two males together, two females together. They snap together nice and easy. Now we have the XT60i, the I meaning it has a little piece of metal there that lets the EcoFlow know that it can charge at a higher rate. Turn the EcoFlow around, get the solar connector. It only goes one way, so that's nice and easy. Sticks back here. Alright, it just kicked on. Take my camera back out of here so I ain't blinding everybody. right now. We're like at 154 watts, 7 hours to charge. I want to adjust a little bit, see if I can get it up from there. Yesterday, midday, I was getting around 170. So let's do a little bit of adjusting. You notice I propped them up a little bit higher. Cutting in my throat now. And now we're getting around 170 watts at 6 hours. So a little janky setup. You have to adapt it for what you got. Now I'm gonna let it charge a little bit. I'm gonna come out about every hour and move it. So 6 hours. So realistically on sunny days, I could actually run my refrigerator for 8 hours a day. So this alone, if you had sunny days every day, will keep your refrigerator cool. Now I'm gonna let it charge to about 10%. I'm gonna come back and try seeing if I can actually charge the EcoFlow, which I don't think it's rated for it. Straight from the type C to type C, see if it's showing any powers coming in, and then I'm pretty sure it's not going to do nothing from the USB-A to type C. About 30 minutes, we're about 7% charge. One thing I did do is I went ahead and plugged up the type C to type C and put it in my phone. It does still show super fast charging. Right now we're at 176. When I plugged it in, it went to 156. So it's around 20 watts of charging coming into the phone. Now I just tested the USB-A, plugging straight into my phone. It drops down about 10 watts. We're still at 176. So USB-A's are doing around 10 watts charging their phone while charging the Delta 2. Now I've disconnected the Delta 2. Earlier, for some reason, I couldn't get it to charge. Type C was charging super fast. USB-A charging my phone, not connected to the Delta 2. It didn't want to charge, but now that I plugged it in, and it's showing the same amount of time to be charged as when the Delta was charged up. So they're doing around 10 watts. It's 11:15 and we're back. I adjusted a little bit. We're at 185. We got like 4 hours. We're at 34%. And I don't know if the EcoFlows are waterproof, but at least they're pee-proof, because that spot right there, that's where it was sitting. It peed on the front of it. Neighbor's dog came through here. So I don't know if they don't like EcoFlow or if they're just wanting me to test and see if it's pee-proof, but it is pee-proof. And we're still going. It's 1 o'clock. I had to move the panels to make sure I keep getting plenty of sun. That tree up there was going to start shading it. I'm back to the regular stands, but instead of extending them all the way out, I got them standing up, give it a little bit sharper angle. And I'm getting 169. See that good? And 62%, 3 hours to go. Right, it's 320 down to 151, and once the panels heat up, a lot of times they lose some of their efficiency, but it's still only about 65, about 68 degrees today. We got 45 minutes, we're at 93%. I had to move them from over here. You can see it's shaded, and I probably lost about 30 minutes because I wasn't paying enough attention. I got my little helpers out here. So now I got them out here. I got most of the grass out of the way. I don't think I'm shaped them too much. But it looks like we're going to reach 100% today. All right, there we are. It is 4 o'clock. So like I said, I could have shaved off 30 minutes off of it, but I let it get shaded while it was over here. And just in time, I don't have to move it again. I'm blinding into the sun, but it's getting ready to go behind that tree. So we probably, this time of year, I would have about, I might get 2 more hours out of it if I could have put it in the backyard. So at least I know that with these panels, I can recharge it one time every day as long as it's a perfect day like today. If you guys have any questions, any comments, put them in the comments. If I get enough questions or things you want me to do, then I'll do it. I can make another video, whatever you guys need. Have a nice day.